Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's still tea time on Plus TV Africa, and I know you just saw that particular trailer which we just played for you right now, and I gave you a little claims. If you've been following us on social media, then you must know who is with us right now. But I'll still do you the honor to actually mention the name. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have the beautiful, the damsel. She is actually an extraordinary talent. I mean, she's not from this world entirely. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome TJ Omusuku, the leading actress in the movie Real Love. Wow, see how beautiful she looks. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, TJ? It's great to have you here.
I'm good. I'm doing great.
You look just like what we saw on TV. Even better, actually.
Thank you.
So how are you doing this morning? I hope it wasn't like, so hard for you to get here, though.
No, everything was fine. It was great. Thankfully, I was actually surprised.
Oh.
How the...
No traffic and all, right?
Yeah.
Exciting. We had to control the road.
Yeah, the whole Lagos had to be on standstill because, a damsel had to be here.
Okay, so, the audience would like to know a little about you. I would have loved to do that introduction myself, but it would be good to hear it from your own mouth. So tell us a little about who TJ Omusuku is.
I feel like this is the part of questions that I do like the most. It's giving, talking stage. Tell me about yourself. Can I just share a PDF?
I know, right?
Well, TJ is, like you said, what you see on screen is what you get. I would say that, for one, it's that thing where the face you see out there is who you see here. I love being in my most comfortable state, which is just me being myself.
Yeah.
I am a radio broadcaster. I've always enjoyed the media space, and I've been in it for some years now. Acting just came along professionally 2 years ago. But yeah, so I'm a media girl, and that's who TJ is.
Okay.
Open book.
Okay, I like that actually. Now talking about radio broadcasting and all that you just mentioned right now. It's not. There's always an experience, so to say. I'm sure you had your own experience as a broadcaster, and as you also mentioned, you have been doing, acting, like you mentioned. But let's start first with radio. What was your experience being a radio presenter?
So a lot of people think that, or maybe I always wanted to be one. You probably woke up one day like, yes, I want to be a radio presenter. But no, that was not the case. I just used to do things in church, church announcements. I would record for them. And it's you sound so good. I honestly think you should pursue a career in radio. I'm like, is it that serious? Okay. And it was just like that. And one day, during one of these strike, when I was in school, I was like, what? I'm going to go to this radio station and just tell them, hey, this is what I got. And I showed up, and literally I got the job on first day, the day I got there. And they weren't really even looking for a radio presenter. So that's how the journey started. And I did radio in Cross River State for about 2 years before coming to Lagos, because I moved to Lagos in 2020. Wow. So yeah, that's basically how radio started.
So do you still do radio now?
Yes, I still do every weekend.
Interesting.
So that begs the question, how were you able to transition from radio presenting to acting?
Well, so I always wanted to be an actor. That was always what I wanted to do. I used to do church dramas, and in the church I attended in Cross River State, they were very big on their theater. So it wasn't child's play, it was very serious. So that was my start. But radio was just that thing that everyone, I would say peer pressure got me into doing, and then I ended up loving it. So I've just stayed, So that's how it started. When I came to Lagos, my goal was, I'm going to show up for auditions and then also try film school. And I finally got into film school in 2022, and I finished in 2022 as well. And then, that's how I started.
Okay, so I like the fact you mentioned film school, because there are some people who just woke up from their house and maybe went to try out screening and all of that.
No formal training whatsoever.
But you went to film school. So would you say that actually was a vehicle, so to say, to push you into that?
Yes, it was. Big shout out to the coaches I've had over the years, Dricus Volskenk, Stella Damasos. They have been the pillars actually standing in this industry. So I believe that training is very, very important. As an actor, yes, you may have the talent, have the skill, but you have to sharpen that tool. You still have to take that training. You have to listen to other people that have been in the business for years, longer, to give you techniques to make it better. If not, you would just you will be stale over time. So training is very important regardless of how old you are in the industry.
So while you were speaking, I mean, I had this reflection because back then in university, right, you would see theater students dancing and doing a lot of...
That's
but
true.
I don't know if you experienced that in...
No, I wasn't in theater arts. No.
Okay.
I didn't study
But did you like experience that while in the film school?
Yes. No. So not for film school, but yes. And when you go to university, theater arts was always seen as, they were just jumping and dancing and that's all they were doing.
Exactly.
You know? But the film school wasn't like that. They were very hands-on. We really got into the practical of it. We really we had to collaborate with the sound department to see how we could help that department, because it was that thing where in film it's not just about you as an actor. All these departments come together to make it what it is.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, it was very, very enlightening, and it was the film school I attended was the strategy they used was just perfect, and it worked for me.
I think that's a really solid one. I've learned a thing or two. Like, it's one thing to have talent.
I hope you didn't learn how to jump ship.
But you should get a bit of formal training to, sharpen your skills and be better at your craft. Yeah. Yeah. So now let's get into the real business of the day, like real love. What attracted you to that project?
So I wouldn't say that, I got the script, like it was getting the script that made me realize I wanted to be in it. It was being contacted by Kayode Kasum. So it didn't matter what he was shooting. It's like Kayode Kasum said he wants to be leading this film. What do you mean you are thinking about it?
Yeah,
like,
I've seen something about it.
I'm just like, this Kayode Kasum. So I went in like, yes, I want to do this. And then I got the story and I was like, and things I've always wanted to be in a rom-com. I've always wanted to be like a romantic role. And I feel like, yes, this definitely did it for me, but there's still more I want to achieve in that space. I have ideas in my head, but yeah, I was so glad to actually do this. So I think, yes, Kayode Kasum, and then the fact that it was a rom-com got me.
Enemies to lovers trope. Would you say that is a bit of a reflection of your real life into real love?
Being like a lover girl type. I love love. I am a hopeless romantic if I'm given the chance.
Oh my goodness.
So yes,
I mean both. I love that.
All right, interesting. I like the fact that it's already something that you were interested in before it came, and it just means that you should actually be ready, so to say, before that opportunity comes. Right?
Yes.
I think that's what you actually basically mean. But let's talk about now being a lead actress in that kind of project is quite big, right? And I believe that you had fears, you had a lot of ifs, can I do it?
Yes.
Are you sure I won't make mistake? What will people say if I, misbehave and all of that with the role, right? So was there any kind of pressure at all that you faced, in trying to like live up to this character and the role itself?
Yes, there was a lot of pressure. I mean, I think I've been trying. I said I was going to make a video about it on Instagram, but literally from the day I got contacted to the first day on set, I was scared the whole time because I was like, am I gonna do this right? Did they really pick me? Is me?
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, I had a lot of that the whole time. So yes, there was pressure, and it's that thing where before now, because I've talked about this before, before being a lead character, I always thought that I may just stay in the background or play smaller roles because
like passerby.
Yes, because of like my body type. If you follow me on Instagram, I talk about the fact that I have idiopathic scoliosis. So it's like, how would they style me? It's like you want to put this one in dress and that this thing is going to show, and I didn't want it to take out of the story, so I was really concerned about that. But thanks to the amazing costume department that styled me to perfection, and it was like, so this is possible. And I feel like this was just like a pitch to other directors and producers that may come by my page and feel like, this girl is good, but how do we work this out? It is very possible. So I would say those were the pressures and fears I had coming into the project, and even during the project.
Interesting.
But you look good regardless, though. I
you
look good.
The most fascinating part about this movie, Real Love, is the fact that I've been checking out some of the contents online, and everybody's saying, she outlived the role. She did so much.
She embodied it.
And I'm like, okay. Well, it's actually true, because when I saw the trailer, right, you were one of the reasons why I stayed on watching, because I'm already used to the other faces, right? But when I saw you, and I won't say, I'll brag, I know her, right? but when I saw you, I was like, wow, this is amazing. The way you made me want to love. I'm just saying, because the whole bond between you and Timini, which actually draws me now to the next question, what was your most memorable experience, you know, working with Timini, who already we know is a lover boy in most of his movies, right? But what was it like working with him, acting in that particular role, which seemed almost vulnerable in a way, you know? But what was like the experience for you?
It was really great. So it's that thing where you're being put like, I'm going to play lead in this film. If it was someone else playing the character, like, or maybe a bimbo or someone he's used to, it's like, this is my guy, this is my friend, it's easy to just get into it. But this was like the first time I was meeting this person. I don't know him, he doesn't know me.
Oh, really?
So there was, I was meeting for the first time on set. So it was like, okay, you're getting into this and you're just wondering, I'm supposed to be in love with this person in this film. How am I going to do this? You know? But I think that's just where professionalism comes to play. Like, you're a professional, you know, this is your job, this is a task you have to do. When you get to, if you work in 9 to 5 and you get to your office for the very first time, it doesn't matter if you know anybody from anywhere. Oh, you are put in this team, you guys have to work on the project, you have a job to do, you have to get it done, you know? So, but what made it easy was just Timini being a fun guy, just relaxed, and he made me feel so comfortable. It was ridiculous. I mean, him, my director, the entire crew, everyone, it felt like, that's so, you know, because I've been on other projects before, you know, but this was really nice to just be there, everyone treating me nice, making me feel so, and I thought that, oh no, they would just probably reserve all these things for the big guys. Me, who knows me now, but everyone was great. So my memorable moment was, there was this time, I think even you see it in the trailer where we're driving through Ikoyi Link Bridge.
Yeah, where you're like your hands in the car.
Yeah, hands out in the convertible. It was really, really nice because I remember that day trying to film it. You can imagine the attention we got on the road because we have lights rigged on the car, you know. But it was just nice, and that was also the first time I was in a convertible. So I was in there, my hands out, and I'm like, yes. And we're just singing. Like, the singing we're doing was real. Everything was happening, and it was just a fun night. So yeah, I would say that stood out for me.
I mean, TJ in Spotlight. That brings me to my next question.
Okay.
Like, which do you actually prefer? The TJ behind the scenes that people could barely see but hear, or the TJ that is out in Spotlight having this fun on the screen?
I am made for the spotlights.
Okay.
I am made for the spotlights. I am the light of God, the light of this world. So I'm not supposed to be hidden, you know. I'm a city set on a hill. We can't be doing like stuff on the commercial lights. We don't do that. So for me, it's like, I'm made for the spotlight. And as much as I love radio, I'm supposed to be here as well. So.
I love that.
All right. Before we move over to the last question, I would like to specifically focus now on the movie industry in general, right? There are a lot of misconstruement or, you know, misconceptions, so to say, that people have about the movie industry, right? So I would like you to address, using this movie now, which you've acted, Real Love, is there any kind of misconception? I mean, now you're part of the industry, right? And I know you know a lot now that happens in there. So is there like any kind of misconception you know that people have actually had concerning the movie industry you would like to correct right now?
Yes. So I feel like there's some people that, I mean, there's some that are conscious about it and some that are unconscious about it, but they unconsciously and consciously think, especially when it's a romance movie, that, oh, a lot of actors, they're really enjoying the scenes where they are kissing and having very intimate scenes. Okay. They have that thought in their head. And I've heard people over time, especially since this movie, friends, acquaintances that are like, oh my God, I'm sure you enjoyed that scene, right? And they almost paint those moments like it's sexual and that's like the fun part of it. No, some of those scenes are very awkward. You're doing this with someone that you probably just met for the first time, and even if you're doing it with your friend, that's not the goal. We're not out there to, in quote, pleasure ourselves. This is the job. We've been given a task to do. So obviously, the intimate scenes have to look good. But the truth is that as a professional, you're not in there trying to get any feelings or anything like that. It's like you do your job and snap out of it and get to work. And there are people that have techniques on how that works. I know people can bring up the argument that it's easy to just really get out of it and, move on to other things. There are techniques to do that, but the truth is that it is a task, it is a job that we have to do. So I would say that misconception that a lot of actors are inside the business because they want to. Maybe there are romance films out there, people are doing it. Is what it is. It is just a task and it's our job. So please, we're not out there having so much fun, and that's not why we entered the industry.
And just to also mention to our audience that Real Love actually yesterday hit, I think, 330 million.
Yeah, 303
Okay, 303 million. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, that's quite exciting, you know, that is making so much wave. I think in Nigeria, Ghana is also like the country that's doing it a lot. And please, you have to actually go see that movie. If you are somebody who is hopelessly romantic.
Even if you're not a romantic.
Well, even if you're not romantic, but just go watch it and maybe it will stir up a little love that you've lost in your life. So, last question before we actually let you go, because it's been an amazing time, having to hear from you, your experience, as well as some of, the things we couldn't get to see behind the scenes.
Honestly,
she has actually
like this, I'm learning for the first time. Like, it's just you being professional.
Yeah. I mean, that kissing part, we'll talk about that later. But it's fine. So we'd like to know right now, and I'm also sure your fans would like to know if there are any, I mean, this is still like trending, this movie you just did now. But I know that you people don't rest. You have other projects you're already working behind the scene, and maybe it will be next year or whenever that will be released. But are there other projects you're already working on that you would like to tell us about?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I can't get into details of what I'm doing, but I am currently booked for like a couple of things going on, and then I still have like radio that I do every other weekend. So yeah, that's pretty much what's in the pipeline.
So watch the space.
Yes.
She has put a question mark on her head, but it's fine. I would have loved to go in to know exactly, what those other projects are, but it's totally fine. TJ, it's been an amazing time having a conversation with you. Thank you so much. I actually wish we could talk a little deeper about the storyline and how, but we'll leave that as actually. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time, having you here with us.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing time on Tea Time. We have to go right now, but I actually hope that you enjoyed the conversation we had. Do not forget, you can actually subscribe to our YouTube channel, PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle, and do get to, share your opinion as regards today's show, as well as other of our contents we post on YouTube. Thank you so much, and do have a wonderful Wednesday. My name remains Prezi, and this is PlusTvAfrica.